This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
I believe that as soon as a child can read such a book, they should read this book.
You're right.
So that would be around 13 years?
Yeah. That's when you start dreaming.
Yes. This is a book that would also give them a peek into adult life, isn't it?
Yeah.
No one taught us how to become adults.
Correct.
So we had to navigate it.
By guesswork.
I know, and learn on the job.
Yes. Yes.
Please give your children this book. If you are a head teacher, if you're a parent, if you run a Bible club, some estates have Bible clubs or just children's clubs.
Yes.
Golfers that take their children to golfing and such games, horse riding, swimming, those sports clubs. If you run anything involving children, please get them this book. It will set them up so far ahead.
You're right.
Yeah, and I think that's what children should be should be thinking about. There's so much that children are exposed to, so why not expose them to such?
Yeah, and we tend to underestimate how much exposure there's already out there.
Yeah.
One thing I encourage parents, when you get these books and these kind of books for kids, read ahead of them.
Yes.
Read.
Yes.
Then engage it. Then give them.
Yeah.
Or apportion areas where you can do icebreaker. If the conversation started there,
Yeah.
and you wanted to talk about it,
Yes.
this will give you ideas of what you need to talk about.
Yes.
Let's read it. Let's discuss this chapter tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's one way to bring up life-changing topics to these children.
Yeah.
For example, predatory human beings.
Yes.
We use that language here
Yes.
to tell you what to watch out for. People look like people, but they are not safe.
Yeah.
And it's not just strange and danger. It's not always just a stranger who looks ominously dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a person you're familiar with, acquainted with. A relative who your mother said, this is an uncle from the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for us grown-ups, a big part of our problem is entering autopilot. And Mastery tells us that when you begin to become comfortable with what you do, you have lost the essence of your life. Trees, when they stop growing, they start dying. And humans, we are the same. When your work becomes automatic and you can perform it without thinking while you're talking in Kikisi or Kiluya to the other person on the other side, you're not working anymore. You have lost it.
Yeah.
You want a job that is still involving, that's still engaging, that's still, and even if it's paying well and you've exhausted learning there, go to the next level.
Yes.
If you overstay one level, when you finally cut off, when you finally there's a disruption, you'll be the first to fall off because you can be replaced by younger, cheaper workers.
Yes. Or just AI.
Worse still.
Yeah. I think we can do this with a computer. And even better. Okay, bye. Yeah.
And you have lost your momentum.
Yeah.
When you lose momentum, you're not confident. You're not versatile with today's technology, and you're not fitting anywhere else.
Yeah.
Have you seen these funny industries that don't get trained people from the university? They train you themselves.
Yes.
But your training is all customized to that. You can't use it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they evolve and you don't evolve,
yes,
you're obsolete. I have a friend who worked in a job for a long time.
Yes.
She met her husband there.
Yes.
And then she tells me that what she used to do at that company just became completely obsolete.
Imagine that.
She had to start from scratch.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Because we get comfortable.
Yeah.
Imagine a driver. What are you asking a driver else to do? And they drive this vehicle. They just drive this vehicle.
Yeah.
And then over time, the institution changes internally. They don't need so many buses.
Yes.
They evolve to another place where people are learning from their homes. It's online learning.
Yeah.
They get, like in the West, they have cars that are driving themselves.
Yeah.
They get other ways. And you are used to this, the pay is good, this and that. Had you been learning during those intervals of time, making yourself better, just trying to read, even if you're reading to study with your kids and you're becoming this and that, other areas of commercial value would have come up. Your path is not always one continuous. Can be a driver this time, then build garage the other side, then open the bookshop for kids here, then open the other one here. Do you know people just run a playground? Not the school, not anything else. They just realize they like enjoying play with the kids. They lease a ground somewhere, put all the infrastructure for kids to have their merry day. And I went to one, I realized you have to book, they're all booked.
Yeah, they're booked.
Playground.
Yes, because it's well managed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this guy could have started anywhere as a gatekeeper or something, but he was dreaming. He was dreaming.
Yeah.
And he realized what kids need is safety, the space, they just need the nature, the quietness, just need a pure environment.
Yes.
And, have enough people to just watch over them,
Yeah.
but don't interfere with their playing.
Yes.
Just be there for safety, not for interfere.
Yeah.
And when you explain, these are there are things to it.
Yeah.
It's not, that's how people trust with their kids. They don't come with injuries. You don't have incidents of disappearing kids,
Yeah.
And cameras all over, you can watch what is going on, you can
Yes.
keep. You find there's a staff of like 10 people managing a playground.
Wow.
You know, that's that's not an obvious career.
It's not. Yeah.
If there's a demand here, people don't have spaces to play, and the people also want the kids to have some good time.
Yeah.
So most of my weekends are taken, man.
Yeah.
You know, when parents are meeting over there, the kids are over here.
Yeah.
We're the ones who handle them.
Yes.
And nowadays we have pickup services. We have a bus, you can pick the kids.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Yes.
Where's that guy going? See, I don't even own the land. I lease them. And those who lease are happy with me because I pay on time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want you to realize that what we are talking here is if you begin on this level, you begin and you're trying to expand yourself, whatever career you are in, you will find other avenues of becoming. And I always like to use the careers you are most used to. Police officer who has been assigned to a random prison, I don't know where, to stand somewhere and watch, and looks like their career is doomed. Thank God we are even doing audio, and you are helping us a lot with it.
Yes.
Get the audio, play it where you are.
Play it where you are.
Do what you can do.
Yes.
Do whatever you have to do to keep learning.
Yeah.
And your mind will open. I can't tell you how many people started just being a prison warden. Gateman.
Yeah.
My favorite stories are those people start from gateman, being a house help, to run a big venture later because they expanded.
Yes.
When you learn more, you'll earn more. It always goes together.
Yes.
Your mind and your money are always commensurate.
Yes.
Your life is not being dictated by your past, your history, the education you did not get. It's being dictated by your mindset. Where your mind is set, that's where your life will be settled.
Yeah.
If you want to live to the life, live to your thinking.
Yes.
Where do you promote your thinking? Inject ideas. Shut your mouth. Your mouth is your biggest enemy to learning because it's itching to talk, joke everything, yap everything, snoop it, particularly workers who are many together.
Yes.
There's always noise going on.
Oh, that open office. It's
Noise.
It's a
You
market.
go to a kitchen where only 3 people are cooking and they're making so much noise and yapping and learn to be silent and to study your own things. There's a time for relaxing and chatting, but you can't be distracting yourself throughout the day by talking until you are tired from the talking more than from the working.
I know.
You find the irritation when to be served and the person is not even... They're plating your hair and they're talking with their colleague as if you're an object.
Yeah.
Do they imagine they're plating a mannequin that you can't hear? And you're trying to listen to their instruction, bend this, bend. But they're throwing the instruction in between as they talk to. They're not even professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not professional. Become professional. Attend to your customer single-mindedly. Be there with them until you release them. Some people who have indefinite career, if there's a career you should try if you're looking for careers, is salespeople. Salespeople are needed all over the world.
Yes.
And they can earn more than the CEO. They're paid on commission most of the time.
Yeah.
And you can sell anything as much as you want.
Yes. There are no limits.
But it's very risky.
It's risky.
You can also go broke.
Also, if you're asked to sell a product that is a difficult sell,
Yes.
then it might be risky.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm talking about salespeople who have mastered just the art of knowing what to sell. And they're not limited to one people. They call
Yes.
themselves consultants.
Yes. Yes.
But I realize it's not the selling, it's understanding people.
Yeah.
When you feel understood, you're very easy to convince. A person who took time to understand your needs, when they propose, you take the proposal seriously.
Yeah.
You're likely to buy. They did not hype the product. They understood you very well and went around. Madam, give me 1 day, I'll get back to you. I found what, look at this and tell me what you think.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is perfect. How much is it? Thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is to say you can take it to any level as long as you are trying to master on that level. And as you can hear, some rules of mastering your career are counterintuitive. Like a good sales pitch does not begin with a lot of talking.
Oh.
It involves more listening than talking,
Yes.
more understanding than pestering. It's when people feel hard that they are more inclined to buy
Yes.
than when they feel hyped. Even when you're starting the pitch, make your pitch to identify the most unique selling positions for your product, but always follow it up with what the people are talking like, where they're talking from. Judge people from their questions more than from their answers. Instead of asking them for them to answer, let them ask.
Yeah.
When they ask, they're curious.
Yeah.
They're revealing where they're standing. They're
Yeah.
revealing their needs. There's a reason they're asking that thing.
Yes.
You're getting clues.
Yeah.
You may not sell them today, but you're collecting survey.
Yeah.
If a question has come up 10 times, perhaps that's an important thing
Yeah.
in this population.
Yes.
You know, you're
Yes.
shipping yourself. Salespeople will tell you their cars I want to bother with. They have a very big margin, but they don't move in this economy. In this area, they don't move.
Yeah.
One guy found a customer for a Range Rover and he knew where to get it because there's a man who had been trying to sell in that area. It was not moving.
Oh yeah.
He said, okay, guy, there's this guy. If you find somebody, you can get this much. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
He told me, when you understand this industry, you know, that particular it was the color. It was not even the car, it was the color.
Oh.
Something green is a funny color.
Yes.
It was the color they could not move.
Oh, okay.
They could not push.
Yeah.
When you finally found somebody with that quirkiness, he was happy. And the seller says, oh, can we go now?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
to say you can understand any sector inside if you're trying to be curious. And mastery is talking about from the time you're young, even when you're midlife, how to reach the apex. If you're young, it shows you which way to step early. If you're already there, it saves you a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. The other thing about Mastery is that it's a book that teaches us balance. So, and I loved your last conference. In an ideal world for me, all your conferences would be called Growing Your Love and Your Money. So now we are transitioning into growing our love. And what are those things that husbands like to hear their wives say?
Yes. Ooh. Okay. So we are decoding the brothers.
Not taking.
we are decoding the brothers, and we are using phrases that are music to most, if not all, the brothers who have a wife, want to build a home, want to build a marriage, who are journeying with you. The one thing the brother wants to hear is, we shall get past this. You may not expect it, but many women are discouragers. They don't encourage because there's risk, there's fear. The danger of backfiring is always real. Even when we measure the risk, we are not saying we are being reckless, taking uncalculated risk. After you've done your calculation of how much to put on the line, even when you finally launch, there will still be danger. If you marry a fearful woman, brother, you're finished. We tried several times to help some of our friends, and I couldn't get why they don't come up. They're very gifted, extremely gifted. Their work is excellent. And you can't see where is the problem. Is it their star was stolen?
Look at you laughing, but I know I've seen that. You can't put a finger on what the problem could be. They
make the suit for you. It's perfect. They just do. So why are you stuck? Do you know, I came to realize because it's simply negative, but you can't see it. You propose a place they can open a bigger shop, they tell you how many problems there are with opening that shop. How much corrupt. How the rents are escalated nowadays.
The
Rents.
Or rent.
The rates are too high.
Yeah.
The machines. You try to propose a way to the next level.
Yeah.
Now marry that person, and you launch a project to open a bigger warehouse, and they're counting for you the problems.
Yeah.
The brother will be deflated. Do you know when dreams are young, they're very vulnerable? They only need constant discouraging, and you won't even attempt it. It requires quite a good degree of hope, quite a good degree of optimism.
It does, yeah.
To launch onto a project. Sometimes you're getting finance from the bank and you're hoping you'll be able to catch up with it.
I know. Yeah.
That alone is risky enough. You know, we only have 30% of that land. And we want that land. And you're talking to the bank. And they want, okay, guys, you qualify. So what's your payment plan? 100K per month. Lily, is 100 per month.
He said that it's 100 per month.
For 2 years. Okay. We've already been struggling with 70 anyway.
Yeah.
No, that land, the guy said, that land, after we get it, I will refund it to bring money. Unless you believe and you can see the viability. And you've calculated, said, even if it doesn't work, we just liquidate. These guys have the title anyway.
Okay.
There's a degree of that is required. Brothers need that so much at home. Don't pour cold water on his dreams.
What if I honestly think it's a piped dream?
No, some dreams are not viable. They're not on time. This is too early for it.
Yeah.
We are not there yet.
How shall I package that thought?
It's how you say. It's not what you say.
Uh-huh.
You discuss before you launch. Many times before we invest, we've been talking. We are saying, it's when we have agreed we are launching in this direction. We are building a new home. And because you have hit a rough patch, many times you don't have all the money. You just believe. You just believe.
Okay, so this is for when I was already on board.
Yes.
And we've come into some unforeseen circumstances.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And nearly all big projects will have shakes because they have too many unforeseeables.
True. Yes.
The price of you started construction, and these were the prices of materials. Then the dollar goes south. You need 30% more. The contractor you are using starts drinking the money you paid them. Rains.
Yeah.
Pound the area.
I know. Africa though. Locusts. Something.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you know a person who is easily discouraged will leave that project?
Yes.
They'll leave.
Yes.
When things are just, the bank that was to give finance says the director has gone on leave.
Sabbatical.
The SACCO says they have found that your rating is not, they're reviewing.
Hey.
They had given the guarantee, you are there on site. When you are a person when you don't have a woman who believes, my brother, you won't go. And I don't know why, brothers, why that's not something we check when you're picking women. We are picking how voluptuous.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake for dreamers, they marry firefighters.
What? How?
She comes with her hose pipe to fight the fire, to switch off the fire, can't believe anymore. And she looks like she's realistic. And she's always pessimistic.
Oh.
Quietly there. Because she's so close to you. Now, remember when you get married, when you conceive physically, when you're pregnant, the person you start sharing early is your partner.
Yes.
Before the world knows.
Yes.
What if there's a threat of miscarriage at 2 months? This is the only person you can suffer with. The world does not see what changed. Dreams are like that.
Yeah.
If there's a threat at 2 months, early on, who can you suffer with? Who can you endure with? Who can you handle the threat with? Sometimes the dreams are too young to show the world. It's only the person at home. Bro, listen to me. I don't know why brothers are making this mistake. It pains me. One guy calling me from abroad trying to hustle for his family. And he realized that the woman he's with cheated with this one, conceived with the other one, and aborted it. And she said, it was my process of healing. You know, I realized I have childhood trauma. It was acting up. Cheating is a process of healing.
Allah.
And I asked, bro, are you married officially? No, we're in the process of formalizing. And I realized good-hearted men. So, bro, in other words, okay, me and him understood what he was saying.
Uh-huh.
He got sexually involved, started cohabiting with this woman. Now he's trying to convert her into wife. When you're blinded by sexual chemistry, you can't see a pure narcissist like that one.
Yeah.
And I say, bro, how much are you paying for sex again?
Too much.
Exactly how much are you paying?
Way too much. Way too much.
What if you just took time to learn this woman with your clothes on?
You won't even stay with her for 2 days.
Thank you.
Something will irritate you enough.
How much are brothers paying? Please ask them for me when you meet them on the road. How much? How much? Somebody deceived the men that we should be hunting for sex and try to put every woman in a box. Seduce every conversation you get towards trying to sleep with her. And the men who have a dream did not realize they are not wild dogs who are just hunting for anything to eat. Men who have a dream are the prize. They have a future. They're going far. This is Judah, who has the whole Israel's future in him. Then he's trying to hire a prostitute. Brothers, have mercy on yourself and your future. Don't embarrass yourself because you can't contain yourself because there's a beautiful woman here who's willing to open the legs for you. Before a man can say no to sex, he has not qualified for greatness. Before a man can say no to sex, close himself in. One of the challenges I was telling you about big cars, when he first drove it, you get too much attention from women. They're just passing around to make sure you see them. There are girls, I don't know whether they just wait for people. I don't know where they come from. You stop somewhere innocently to mind your life.
I'll tell you my counterpart story. You stop somewhere.
And it was not even a guy. It was my wife's car. I'm telling her now. The reason I don't want your club. Too much unsolicited. It looked like money. I think they associated with, is it what? But you look like you are loaded. Eh?
It's just an African mindset.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Until a brother can see all that and say, it explains that person who claps his hands to refuse bribe, who shakes to refuse bloodshed and holds his mouth from his tongue, that's the person who dwell with God, who says, I dwell on the high and lofty place, together with him who is of a contrite heart. If your heart can maintain humility, perspective, genuineness and sincerity as a man, that's when you can qualify, bro. How many men meant well? They did not rein in on their loins. And by small acts of carelessness here and there, the King David was flying so high, brings a scandal by seeing a bathing woman.
Yeah.
A scandal that is cascading. He comforted many brothers who was going to mess like that, but because he recovered.
Yes.
He found this.
Yes.
But can we be warned by those who have failed to avoid having to fall ourselves?
I know. Yeah.
Your story.
Oh, my story was, if I stop somewhere, there's always a guy wanting to solve whatever problem I might be. Madam, can I carry that luggage for you? Madam, is your car okay? Like, even in the rain, at one point, I shuffled with my car and it switched off in the middle of the road.
You're right.
And there was 2 guys in the rain at night. Madam, are you okay? Can we push the car for you? Can we do something for you? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. But I wondered where they were. It's like they just came out of the clouds.
And let me tell you, that's very graceful. That you don't find yourself alone in the struggle. As much as being careful, some guys can be manipulative,
Yeah.
can have bad motives.
Yes.
But it's very good when you, but it also means you carry yourself well.
Okay.
Carry yourself well, presentable.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody wants to associate with a queenly person.
Okay. Oh, I hadn't looked at it like that.
If you look like tomboy, yeah, what's that? Look ladylike.
Oh, okay.
So that to bring out the masculine. Look like feminine, to bring out the masculine.
Oh.
If you look a hybrid of boy, Tom. No.
Oh.
Remain Lily, not Tom. We are the Toms.
Yeah. I had not seen it that way. I was like, these people, they're not good people.
No, you exude femininity.
Oh, okay. All right. Great.
So keep that up.
Okay.
And just that warmth.
Yeah.
Why should such a warm, delicate lady be struggling to lift things when I'm here? That's how he feels.
Yeah.
I can lift it easier.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
The next wonderful thing a man wishes to hear from his woman is, I believe you. I believe in you. When there are suspicions, things being said, or he has to defend against his family, when he's put on the receiving end, or some people are trying to attack, just believe him. Sometimes you say them, those words, or you act them. You don't bring up petty issues. You say, this person will say this. I didn't even bother with it. I know my husband.
Wow.
That is very validating. But many women go the opposite, to suspect and gruel and confirm. Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
And they're not saying when you have reasons to check, you should not check.
Uh-huh.
But let your default not be to suspect, but to believe. When you're at peace and you say, I know my husband, it challenges him to live more of that. You can create the king by calling the king out.
Wow. Wow. I can create the king by
Yes.
calling the king out.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't create the kid who needs to be checked, quarreled.
By badgering the yeah, I know.
Bring that up. Give him a carte blanche, just an open check.
Okay.
I know you're capable of being honest.
All right.
That's what you say when you believe your man.
Okay.
Trust him and let him prove you wrong.
Okay.
It's risky on your end.
Yeah, it's risky.
But getting married is part of the risk. When you get married, you're placing all your life in the hands of an high human being.
True, yeah.
So please, you're already in. Stop bargaining too late.
Okay.
Get married, you're already in. Whenever women ask you, how come you're so at peace? I'm already married. What else can I do?
Yeah, what can I do? Yeah.
If things happen, I'll find out. I believe I'll find out.
Yeah.
But I have to give him the chance to give me peace.
Okay.
Give him the chance to give you peace by not looking troubled over nothing. Sometimes men sense that his woman is not capable of peace. She keeps picking up issues when there's already peace.
Yeah.
Look peaceful. Don't bring suspicions. When something is ambiguous, trust his interpretation. Sometimes men make genuine errors trying to unlearn the single ways they used to have open gates.
Yeah. Yeah.
After you discuss it, he learns it, move on. Don't bring it up tomorrow and the other day. Man longs to hear. I believe you. That is so assuring.
Okay.
And if he goes on to betray a person who believes in them, they know they're shooting their own foot.
Yes.
And you may have to learn to trust a person who was once betrayed in the past. But you can see a genuine transformation. As we said, cheating is not always the same. People can cross boundaries, kiss the wrong person, or even go there to have sex with the wrong person, or whatever the other person. Either because they don't have the mindset to be what you thought they were, and they only pretended and presented, or they were covered by poverty. Poverty can make you look good.
Yes. Yes.
When you have no options, you're just humble.
Yeah.
But you're humbled. When what was humbling you,
Yes.
when what was humbling you lifts, you become your true self. So sometimes people are not cheating, they're becoming their real self. Others are blundering because this is a new level of responsibility they were not accustomed to. And they will easily rectify. And when you talk to many people, they'll tell you they have been married several times to the same person. They've gone through seasons that felt like this is a different person. They've grown so well, they've learned, and sometimes they're learning after a rocky path, after a rock bottom of sorts, after a shake, and the person evolved.
Yeah.
So you may have to learn how to trust them when in the past they once dropped the ball. If you don't learn to trust them, that marriage will never recover again. Those who ask, is there a chance that can recover after cheating? If you can trust after you are betrayed, there's a chance. If they can reform after they drop the ball, there's a chance.
Okay.
And usually the latter is better because you know what can go wrong. You know what can go wrong in your nervous system. There before you knew it in your head.
Yes.
Now you felt the sting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can rest and still relax, and you're not chasing, inspecting, running around, being anxious, paranoid, that is very assuring. The last thing you should make sure you say to your man is, I got this for you. Get more things for your man.
Oh, wow.
They're unforgettable.
Like what, though, so hard to gift a man?
One time we saw a boutique that appear like they had ladies' clothes.
Uh-huh.
And I was driving, and it was the other side. It was inconvenient to go that direction. But when we came back, I said, let's go and check. It will take us going round, coming back. It was not convenient. And she was saying, no, forget it. But I want to make sure she gets something.
Wow.
So I insisted. There was no parking. You have to move around the cell and look. You pretend you are going to town. Perform theatrics.
Yeah.
To get the thing done.
Yeah.
And she get hers, but she came with 2 shirts of mine.
Oh, wow. Surprise.
What is that? She found unexpectedly shirts she had been looking for.
Wow.
And I said, what happened there? I reflected.
Yeah.
The marriage has this law operating that when you try to do good to the other person, you're doing good to yourself. God had already said that if you love your wife, you're loving your own soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen something that can maybe good for her. And I go all the way for us to get there.
Whose idea was it? Did she point something and then...
Yes, I was driving and said, that boutique has good clothes. One day I'll pass by there and check.
And then...
I said, we'll check today.
Today.
No, it's raining, it's inconvenient. Let's go, no problem.
It was raining.
Yes, it was very inconvenient.
You are extra.
And this is the other side. This is a roundabout.
You are extra.
And there's no parking. Go stop. But because I also know she's selective. When you marry a fashionista, you get used to some things.
Wow.
So by the way,
so
she
good.
sees something that is good enough. My friend, that thing is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So she's hardly interested in many things. So the few things she's interested in.
Wow. Yeah.
This is not an impulse buyer. A guy doesn't mind if you're not always collecting everything.
Yeah.
And she selects, finds they are good, but there's no good size. But this one I get for you. Those shirts became my favorite. I think it's because of the environment in which they were gotten.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You can't tell, yeah.
But I'm just saying, I got this for you. Unexpected. You
Yeah.
don't need to. You know?
After making rounds,
You know?
as you wait for her. That's so funny.
You know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
let me tell you, I learned that I can drop this for my brothers and for my sisters. Anytime you're trying to go the extra mile for your partner, get up doing it for yourself. It still comes back to you in a certain way.
Yeah.
Comes back to you in a certain way. I can't tell you how many times I went out of the way just to get something for her. Then the things turn around. I get benefited as well.
Yeah.
And generally it is selfless. Just
Yeah.
when you know she's always trying to do you good, you're also trying to do her good.
Wow.
When you know this person is trying, and there's always, I got this for you. I got this for you. Men, we are disadvantaged. A lot of men. Other men are not. In knowing what to buy for your woman. If I went to the shop to buy clothes for my wife, I might waste money.
Yeah.
You buy things she's grateful for, but she can't
Yeah.
buy.
Thank you.
Because when she finally buys the cloth, I can't believe I would have bought it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like. But when she finally fits, it's very good. So what men can do is to facilitate the buying.
Okay.
Get the money, get the logistics.
Okay.
Let her do it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I want you to know that when you can tell your husband, I got this for you. You don't have to break your bank. You don't got to go. Occasionally, we'll have chances for us to buy each other big prices. But they are once in a very long time.
Yeah.
It is those small things that you notice can suit, can fit. And for men in particular, is to learn to solve problems for your wife before they blossom into problems. But particularly when she's in the house and there's something she needs, and she never quite gets to get it. Make sure the mechanical side of her life is covered. For example,
Yes.
make sure the mechanical side of her car and those things. When she gets a car, it's different from mine because different. I told you, opposites really attract.
Yeah.
Find that what you like is this way.
Yeah.
You know. But I become an expert in what she uses because I want to be the
Wow.
servicing.
Yeah.
I'm becoming that for her
Wow.
to remove the stressor.
Yeah.
I thought I'm just removing stressor for her. She takes that energy elsewhere to cover you elsewhere.
Yes.
Make it a habit of saying, I got this for you. A balance for this point is always, when you're a giver, a caring person, or goes out of the way, marry another giver. When you marry a taker, you'll be depleted.
True.
You can't convert a taker into a giver by giving more. They just get more entitled. They just get more used to it.
Yes.
And they think you always give because you don't like things, because you always have excess.
Yes.
Many givers marry before they heal, before they know how different they are,
Yeah.
before they know that the world is not like them. They project their goodness onto people.
Yeah.
Why we have many single good people? The first marriage was inadvertent, unconscious before they awakened.
Yes.
It takes them a beating.
Stop shouting. Yeah.
A baptism of fire. If you can listen to us, we can save you the baptism of fire.
Yes. Yes.
You know, learn yourself. Just know how different you are. And know which type can't work with you. What vibe can't work with you. And what you can't change in people. What you should not even attempt changing.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can't educate people into being a giver.
Right. You cannot teach empathy. I made that mistake.
Yes.
Of thinking I could teach someone empathy.
Especially if you have already taught them some things that they're appreciative.
Yes.
You helped me how to dress, you taught me how to do this business, or how you've really, I can see how you're improving. You teach me also how to feel empathy, how to care. No.
Yeah. No. No.
Learn those things that you can teach, the ones you can't teach. Yes.
And also you can't teach discipline.
Self-control is very difficult because you're saying no to sweet things.
If they don't have it, no.
Exactly.
Okay, but thank you for teaching us what to say to our men.
Yes.
Those of us who are single, we'll just put that in the file and we'll use it in future.
Yes.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life,